How's it going, guys? It's the Collector here once again, this time with a review of the Mustang. Definitely a film I was pleasantly surprised with. I did not know much going into it, other than that it was about horses, and I've never really been a fan of horses, not the animal, nor films about them. And I've seen several. I've seen Seabiscuit, Black Beauty, the animated film Spirit. I saw a little bit of the Netflix series Spirit also. And just things around horses that center around them were never really my thing. So I didn't really know what to expect going into it, but I definitely enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot more than I thought. The film centers around a convict who's in prison in Texas, and he has serious anger issues, but he gets the opportunity to work with horses as part of his rehabilitation, which is something that is legitimate. It's a program because there's so many wild horses still out and free in America that it's become rampant and it become a problem. So the U.S. government rounds them up, takes them to these locations where they're trained and calmed down and things like that, and they're sold. They're sold at an auction to all sorts of different stuff. They can be used in aiding with hunting. They're sold to police departments. They're used a lot at border checkpoints, things along those lines. Those are all examples from the film. So it's definitely an interesting concept, something I had no idea existed. I had no idea this was a thing. And they go over that a little bit at the beginning and the end of the film about the real life application of this story. But we follow this convict. His name is Roman Coleman, who is made fun of several times for his name because it's an interesting name. But we follow him in his Texas prison and his time training and working with this horse. And he has serious anger issues. We follow him and dealing with struggles with his daughter, struggling with other inmates, and it's an interesting prison film as well. There's a lot of aspects in here you'll find in other prison films dealing with not necessarily gangs, but the violence in prison, how it makes you feel, how you feel isolated, and all sorts of different stuff. So it was definitely interesting in that aspect as a prison film, and as an animal film. It was quite interesting, and I did enjoy it. I was invested in the characters. It was beautiful to look at. The cinematography was great in this movie. The atmosphere was great. Most of the acting was done really well. Like I said before, the prison aspect of it, there are things you can see in all sorts of other prison films. So I do think that aspect of the movie was done really well, kind of showcasing what it's like in prison, but also as part of this really interesting program. And it kept me invested. I wanted to know what was going to happen. I wanted to see where the character of Roman was going to go, what was going to happen to him, what answers he was going to get, if he was going to figure stuff out. I was invested, and I didn't think I was going to be. So for that, I do gotta show it some love. But I hate to do this because it's been typical for the movies I've been seeing lately. But once again, I gotta give it 2 out of 3 stars. It wasn't great. I didn't love it. If I was willing to give it a half star, make it 2.5, I would. But I don't want to deal with half-star ratings. So 2 out of 3 stars. I did really enjoy it. I think if you love horse movies, you're gonna like it. If you're interested in prison films, you're gonna like it. And it's a really interesting story. I was invested, and I did enjoy it, and I think you're going to be invested in it too. And if not, well, that's fine also. But I definitely think you should check it out. I do thoroughly recommend The Mustang. And I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Boy, I say a lot, don't I? Yeah, I'm sorry.